Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots. Welcome. I'm a useful idiot, and today I want to talk about this whole phenomenon of buybacks and essentially how a lot of the S&P 500 companies are jacking the stock market by these buybacks and buying back their own stock. But the thing that's interesting about it is first of all, is the numbers involved, and then the fact that they've consistently been doing it for many, many years. And it's interesting to see the pattern that they're in. And right now, it's a story again because cumulatively, the S&P 500 companies have repurchased $160 billion of their own stocks just in the first quarter of this year. So this meteoric rise of the stock market is being partially fueled by this buyback phenomenon. So it kind of begs the question, what's really going on in the stock market sometimes when we find out that high-frequency trading is responsible for up to 80 to 90% of all the activity on the stock market, and then we find out that a huge amount of the stocks that are being traded are either being shifted around and bought by each other or these buybacks by these major corporations. And these are all the big corporations with the big blue chip stocks and the stable prices. This is Apple, IBM, ExxonMobil, FedEx, Boeing, Cisco, Abbott Labs, Oracle, CBS, Corning, Microsoft, eBay, Caterpillar, Goldman Sachs, 3M, the Mosaic Company, MasterCard, Walt Disney, Celgene. So all those companies are involved in buying back their own stocks, and they're closing in on the greatest annual buyback tally in market history. And that's why this is important. And it's also important because when you look at these numbers, you see how much money is being provided by the corporations in order to sustain their own mythology and keep their bonuses large and continue this whole system of shenanigans that they're involved in. And so when I say it's nothing new, what I'm talking about is if we go back to the previous all-time record, and that was set in 2007, that was $560 billion. So think about the effect on the market of buybacks and the effect on share prices and value, stock value, when you have these buybacks to the tune of $560 billion in 1 year. So of course, after the collapse, we see the numbers go down. So in 2008, they bought $350 billion worth of their own stocks. And then 2009 was the bottom, and that was $160 billion of their own stocks. But ever since then, they've been on the rise. And there's a real consistent number for 2010, 2011, 2012 was roughly $380 billion each of those years. And in 2013, was getting back to normal with $450 billion of buybacks. And now we're on pace, as I say, to maybe eclipse the all-time record in the stock market for buybacks. So anyway, and more companies. One of the other things that's kind of problematic about this is more companies like Apple and IBM are issuing debt to refund these purchases. So they're not only doing huge buybacks and jacking up their stock prices and paying a top price for a lot of these stocks as well. They're also borrowing money to do it. And of course, we know with all the tapering going on, this spigot's going to run dry for at least that source of money in order to fund these repurchases. And this comes at a time when corporate debt is at an all-time high. So the big picture here is that when you look at the record stock market prices that we have now, and the record stock market that we have right now, a lot of it is fueled by these buybacks roughly to the tune of $400 to $500 billion a year. Buybacks, S&P 500 companies listed on the Dow. And they're jacking up their own prices by these buybacks. And this is all the major corporations in the world. And in the United States. And like I say, it keeps the bonuses high and makes their balance sheets look good and keeps their shareholders happy. And once again, creating a precarious financial system, where they're taking all this debt to do these buybacks in an era when corporate debt is at an all-time high, and we're moving towards further economic difficulties. And so anyway, once again, something that seems so cut and dry turns out to be just another lie. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.